top 10 Jets wide receivers. Let's get into it. Hey, Jets are deep at wideout. All right, number 10, Jericho Cotchery. Man, I had Rob Moore at 10, but I just think Cotchery just did it longer on more successful teams. Dependable as hell. One of the most respected Jets, the 2000s. 1,000 yards here in 07, his best year. All right, number 9, Art Powell. It's a shame not more people have heard of Art Powell. He's one of the first truly legitimate deep threats in the league. Look at him, 6'3", 210. He had some Andre Johnson in him. He was very outspoken against segregation at the time, and one of the most productive and respected players of the AFL. Put up some numbers. 1960 led the league in receiving touchdowns, leading the league in yards. Went on to Oakland, would have much success. Number 8, Brandon Marshall. Now, Marshall was there for 2 years, right? But year 1, 2015, really the best season by a Jet receiver ever. 109 receptions, 1,500 yards, led the league with 14 touchdowns. At 31, he's out there with grown man strength, bullying the corners, elevated everyone around him. And then year 2, Fitzpatrick fell off, everything kind of fell apart. At number 7, see, I had Marshall at 7 and Coles at 8, but nah, man, when you look at Coles' body of work, I had to put Coles at 7. You know, he was a fighter, a tone setter. 02, he broke out, probably a top 10 wideout. Went to Washington, had a couple good years in Washington, came back, 05, and still produced. Yeah, he was a dog. Number 6, Keyshawn Johnson. Keyshawn was the first overall pick in 96. The Jets needed a reset. They had come off 3 or 4 rough years. Keyshawn came and he redefined the organization with his swagger, his confidence, his star power. The Jets became relevant again. They got increasingly better. By 98, they're in the conference championship. If you guys remember the throw me the damn ball era, young Keyshawn and Parcells were a good match. In 2000, traded to Tampa for 2 first-round picks, went on to win a Super Bowl. I like Keyshawn. Number 5, Wayne Corbett. Who doesn't love Wayne Corbett? I had Corbett at 6 and Keyshawn at 5, but nah, man, Corbett had to move him up. This guy was undrafted. Probably the greatest underdog story the franchise has ever produced. Was clutch for a decade. Had 1,000 yards here in 98. Just a hell of a football player. Wayne Corbett was that dude. Now we're getting in the top half. Number 2 and 3, I kept flip-flopping. Number 4, George Sauer from the University of Texas. Savvy, he was smooth. One part of the famed duo with he and Don Maynard. Combined with Joe Namath, they were a handful. Super Bowl 3. They say Matt Snell should have got MVP. Well, George Sauer had 8 catches for 133 yards. He could have won MVP. Because look here, man. He led the league in catches. 3,000-yard seasons in a row. This is in the 60s. First team All-Pro 2 years in a row. And again, this is AFL, but still. He's out there putting up 1990s numbers in the 60s. I don't want to say he's a Hall of Famer, but he's in the Hall of Very Good for sure. Retired at 27. Disillusioned by the business side of football, Sauer retired and went home to Texas. And number 3, Wesley Walker. One of the fastest players in the league in his prime, and he was the Jets' home run hitter for an entire decade. You know, you have the Marshall year, Keyshawn had a year, Coles had a year. Wesley Walker in 1978, almost 1,200 yards, 24.4 yards a catch. Wesley Walker was taking the top off in the most extreme way. You know, it's rare you see, year 12, someone, still a burner, still getting 20 yards a catch. Interesting aside, Wesley Walker was blind in his left eye, so he's tracking the ball with one eye. Number 2, Al Toon. Now, he might be the most naturally gifted Jets wide receiver ever drafted. Corbett was the heart, Coles was the fighter, Marshall was the bully, but Toon was the prototype. 6'4", 200, his peak was elite. 3 years, first team All-Pro, making a Pro Bowl, leading the league in catches. Now, see, he's more of a possession guy, but he was very, very, very good catching the ball from Ken O'Brien. Had to retire at age 29 from concussions. And number 1, Don Maynard. Out of UTEP, one of the best receivers of all time in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. His chemistry with Namath, again, like Sauer, this guy's putting up 1990s and early 2000s numbers in the 60s. 1,400 yards of lead the league in 67, leads the league in yards per catch, leads the league in yards per game. That's a Hall of Fame resume right there. Maynard retired Pro Football's all-time leading receiver. So he was Jerry Rice in his day. It's a good top 10, man. It's a deep one. A deep one. Like I said, Rob Moore just barely got left off. Santana Moss was a better Redskin, I think. Santonio Holmes had a little cup of tea with the Jets, was okay. Remember Eric Decker.